Now, eco-activist group Just Stop Oil has received a backlash from a number of MPs after being accused of targeting the Cenotaph during their protests on Monday. In a now deleted tweet, Shadow Home Secretary Yvette Cooper called the action totally unacceptable and praised police for their swift response.
But Just Stop Oil has denied targeting the War Memorial, tweeting, "That's a lie. They were marching towards Parliament Square before being arrested by police for protesting. Nothing to do with the Cenotaph." This comes as two Just Stop Oil members also smashed the glass cover of a painting at the National Gallery on Monday afternoon.
Yeah, well, joining us in the studio now is spokesperson for Just Stop Oil, Dr. Patrick Hart. Patrick, before we get into the politics of what you advocate as an activist organisation, do you not think that you're not really doing much to enamour people to your cause with what are frankly puerile actions of criminal damage, things that look deeply disrespectful and in other instances outright dangerous when you're slow walking in the middle of highways, potentially preventing emergency service vehicles from getting through?
Well, wow, there's a lot to unpack there. So, first of all, the comment disrespect. I was there yesterday. I saw exactly what happened. Just Stop Oil supporters were nowhere near the Cenotaph. They were taken there by the police after being arrested. That is, I'm afraid to say, pure fear-mongering. I think there's a real attempt being made to make us sound like scary people when, in fact, we are just ordinary people. I myself, I'm a doctor, I'm a GP. When I'm not being a supporter of Just Stop Oil, I'm at work, treating patients,
you must be concerned when emergency service vehicles can't take people to hospitals or to A&E because your protesters are doing slow walks.
So that's fear-mongering number two. So there has never been a complaint from the ambulance service about Just Stop Oil. We submitted a freedom of information request to the ambulance service.
The fire service complained, though.
OK, let me deal with the question I've got. We submitted a freedom of information request to the ambulance service and they said, no, we've never been a problem at all. So again, I think there's a real attempt to smear people here because I think there's nothing else you've got on us, OK? What we are doing is we are ordinary people standing up for our values, OK? We're going out on the streets and saying enough is enough. The British people do not want new oil and gas. In every poll...
I do.
Well, you're in the minority.
So you're just assuming... you're assuming that. That's a ridiculous thing to say.
No assumptions.
That's a ridiculous thing to say.
I'm a doctor. I've been trained scientifically to deal...
There's nothing to do with whether or not the majority of people in Britain want gas and oil. They do, it's cheap.
I've been trained to deal with the facts. OK, there's another untruth there. I've been trained to deal with the facts, OK?
Well, what is the facts? How many? How many? You say the majority. How many? What's the percentage?
So if you ask...
And on what do you base this
If you ask
claim?
the British people, do you want to see more drilling in the North Sea, the number one answer is no. Thanks very much.
How's that campaign going for you?
Well, it's going great because the most British people don't want to see more drilling in the North Sea.
But we are getting new drilling. You licensed us for drilling.
The government has just announced in the King's Speech rolling contracts for more drilling for North Sea oil and gas. So how's your campaign going to stop
This is a great point. So
not going at all well, is it? Why do you bother with these demonstrations? Because you're getting nowhere, are you? All you've achieved, Alex, in a couple of years...
My name's Patrick.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
You're called Alex.
I did. Yeah, she's Alex.
I've achieved a lot, thank you very much.
And no, seriously,
and you're
all you've achieved, Patrick, is a U-turn in the government's approach to green policies. That was announced about a month ago. Now they've just announced rolling contracts for North Sea gas and oil drilling. So all of your demonstrations have been completely ineffective, haven't they?
So why are they making?
Well, answer the question, yes or no.
I'm answering it.
Yeah, OK.
Why
are you not?
Why are they... Well, I'm answering it.
OK.
It's not a yes or no answer. Yeah. This is the answer. Why are they doing it? It's because they know that we are winning, OK? They know that Just Stop Oil are being effective. They're so scared that their friends, the oil barons who are their friends, are going to be out of a job soon, that they are having to put in place laws to guarantee business for these people in the future.
So your demonstrations have resulted in continued decline in polluting...
This old, dirty, polluting industry is on its last legs. And they know that, and they're clinging on to everything they've got.
Let's get back to something quite serious here, because, you know, I think it's a relatively infantile argument to suggest the government are doing this to help their friends, the oil barons in the industry.
I'm afraid it's not infantile.
the government
It's
themselves
true.
said in the King's
Sorry.
speech that they want to use profits from oil for energy security, first of all, for geopolitical security. We had to buy gas from Qatar over the winter, so Mrs. Miggins didn't freeze to death in her home, something I think as a GP you'd be concerned about. We know that 88% of the world's power is from fossil fuel, and actually cutting off fossil fuels altogether in the UK would actually massively increase poverty. It would massively affect food supply chains. It would massively affect the production of medicines, for instance. It's just not feasible. To say this is about punishing oil barons is infantile, and the people who would carry the can for what you advocate are the most vulnerable in our society.
I've got to pick up on the point you said about medicines, OK? I am here because I want to be able to do my job as a doctor, OK? My number one priority is my patients. And what will destroy our healthcare system, what will mean that ordinary people cannot get medicines, is climate breakdown, OK? That is the number one health threat facing humanity. Not my words, that is the words of the world's doctors. We are all agreed on this.
I don't think the world's doctors are all agreed. You can't make sweeping statements like the world's doctors are all
they're not.
agreed. Just stopping
Every
oil.
representative body of
Patrick,
doctors...
you are getting nowhere. You guys are getting nowhere. All you have achieved is a reversal of green policies by the government. If you carry on, you should manage to get rid of the carbon net zero by 2050 pledge as well, because every time you have a demonstration, your cause goes backwards. You're not achieving anything. You're actually achieving the reverse of what you want to achieve.
So...
Well, you look at it. Look at the situation now. We've just announced continued drilling in the North Sea for gas and oil ad infinitum for as long as we can imagine. So it's not working, your campaign. I respect your convictions, but your campaign is not working.
Well, thank you. It's a real act of desperation, that, isn't it? But I guess when
To
you call
respect your convictions.
No, to carry on drilling in the North Sea, putting in
It's
legislation.
it's
for it.
not. It's to provide...
So when you say my cause, there's a real problem with that. It's not my cause. It's all of our cause. Okay.
Well, okay, all right, Patrick, we're going to have to regroup another
We are
time.
talking
We
about
are out of
life
time.
and
We're
death.
going to have to regroup.
Join Just Stop Oil. Go to Just Stop Oil.
Yeah, I'll definitely join Just Stop Oil. That's going to happen.
We're out of time. We're
all
genuinely
right,
out
you
of
got-
time,
you got
I'm
a
afraid,
deal.
Patrick.
You got a deal.
Woo, there we go. Well, that
Thank you,
puts some
Patrick.
more hot air into the atmosphere. Coming up.